known as Coach Lawrence by many, is a graduate of Alabama A&M University and Columbia Theological Seminary. He's the father of 3 amazing children and the husband of Kenitra Williams, and also a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. His passion and love for helping young people to become the best version of themselves spans over 18 years of service as an educator in the Fulton, Gwinnett, and DeKalb County school systems, volunteering for organizations such as Fellowship of Christian Athletes, NG3, coaching youth in high school sports, and what he is most known for is being the founder, speaker, and motivator of My Brand LLC. My Brand is an empowerment and inspirational company founded by Coach Lawrence. My Brand is now out of the walls of a single classroom and going into our community schools, youth groups, teams, and events for our young men and women. In addition to his speaking engagements, Coach Lawrence also currently serves as the student and young adult pastor at New Mercies Christian Church in Lilburn, Georgia. Folks, I'm excited. I'm on the edge of my seat to hear his words of inspiration and motivation today. Please give Mr. Lawrence Williams II a great big round of applause.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. If my wife was here and she heard me say that, she would laugh. But I'm speechless, to be very honest. She always says, "You always got something to say." You know, and I do always have something to say, and I'm gonna be very honest. Would y'all cool with me being transparent? Because I want to be transparent in this moment, because I have the opportunity to do what I love every day, which is to go speak. But I'm gonna be very honest. Today probably is not only the most humbling day, but it's my proudest day. Man, I'm honored to be here in front of you, gentlemen. Truly, truly honored. That's not something that I'm just saying right now. I have been sitting here since I walked in, and I laid my eyes on and started just watching you guys. I told Marlon, man, I just didn't want to start crying. You know, to be very honest, man, because I'm just proud. I'm proud I didn't get to go through this process with you guys, but just watching y'all, just listening, just observing. Man, it's an amazing honor that they chose me to be here to celebrate with you guys today. And so I want to thank Marlon and Tasha for giving me permission and for trusting me to be a part of this celebration with you gentlemen. And so I want to celebrate you, first of all. I want to celebrate you and tell you that as a man that I'm proud of you men. Because as men, a lot of times, man, here's one reality before I get going. A lot of times as men, our ego and pride will override the reality of us wanting to change. Right. We don't even want to change. You know what I'm saying? Our pride and our ego will allow us and convince us many times that ain't nothing wrong with us. Where we find ourselves is somebody else's fault. And there's nothing different that I need to do. And the fact that you gentlemen not only decided to take part in the program, but that you find yourselves here today means that you threw ego, you threw pride, you threw all of that to the side and made the choice that I'm gonna be responsible for me and the man I'm gonna be when I leave here. And so for that, gentlemen, I just wanna say congratulations first, and that as a man, again, I'm proud. And you know, as I was really thinking about everything that I was gonna say today, man, thinking about what God wanted you to hear through me, because to be honest, I know that God has something that He wants for each and every one. And what He reminded me of as I was thinking about it was, I was thinking about my love for movies. I'm a movie lover. I got a daughter in college, and so me and her thing, when she come home, you know, we find movies to go watch, whether it's at home or whether we going out somewhere. That's my thing with my baby girl. I find one thing with each one of my kids that we do once a month together. That's my thing, because I find myself busy and get moving and moving. And one of the things God showed me a few years ago was, you know, being sure that individually that they know that I love them, and that this is my time with daddy. So my thing with my daughter is we do movies. I'm an action movie guy though. I'm a war movie guy. I like old wars, you know, like the Greek stuff. One of my favorite movies is a movie called Troy.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all have ever seen it. Brad Pitt stars in it. He's a great warrior by the name of Achilles. Achilles. And Troy really, man, if you really look at it, the root of Troy, it's about great men of honor. It's about leadership and it's about sacrifice. I probably watched Troy 20 times. I know how it's going to end, and I still sit at the edge of my seat like I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm like that with movies like that. I can watch them over and over again. And as I was thinking about movies, I was thinking about this trend that movie directors have gone to, like over the last 20 years. If you get a chance and you see different movies nowadays, there's this trend that started about 20 years ago. And the trend is that there's an ending after the ending. All right? And so what I mean by that is you'll see the movie, it'll end. The credits start rolling. And for a couple minutes, after a couple minutes, the movie will come back on. The movie gonna come back on, and it's going to give you a new ending. And a lot of times what will happen is, as you're watching the new ending, and here's my thought is, most of the time what it provokes me to think is that there's gonna be another movie. Right? I'm like, oh, it's gotta be a part 2. It's gotta be a part 3. They gonna do another one of these, right? And so what I find myself doing, like no lie, I go to the movies now. If I go and sit in the movie theater, when the movie is over, the credits start rolling, I'ma sit there. I ain't going nowhere. As a matter of fact, I stay until the cleaning crew comes. I stay literally, I stay in my arms forward, I don't move, I don't go nowhere till the cleaning crew comes, because I know then it's over. It's over. So even if people come and my family goes, they know we're gonna stay. If somebody come, I'm like, hey, we staying until the end, because I don't wanna miss nothing. I don't want to miss anything. And as a matter of fact, I guarantee you that it ain't over. That it ain't over. And as I was really thinking, gentlemen, that's the phrase that kept coming into my mind about you, gentlemen. I didn't know your names. I didn't know your story. But the one thing that God kept laying on my mind for y'all to remind yourselves of is that it ain't over. It ain't over. And here's why this phrase is so important. I want y'all to really hear me on all of this. Is that all of us are individually the star in our own movie. We the star in our own movie. Through all the highs and lows throughout your individual movie, you've been the star. You've been the main character. And here's where y'all found yourselves. You find yourself in a part of the movie where everybody thought it was over. Everybody literally thought it was over. Here's what happened. Those jail doors, they closed, and they believed that the credits started to roll. And y'all know what people do when the credits roll, they leave. They exit the theater. The movie is over. There ain't nothing else to see. And so when them jail doors closed and them credits began to roll, it gave them permission to leave. Some of them left your lives. Some of the support left. Some of the love vanished. Some of the people that you thought was supposed to rock with you, they no longer rock with you because they believed that it was over. They believed that your sentence was your defining moment, was the end of your story. But see, here's something that they didn't realize. What they did not realize was that you created and you're creating a new ending. That you are beginning to write a new part of your story. And here's something I want y'all to grab for me, man, gentlemen. I want y'all to really grab this. Is understanding that because we're the star in our own movie, because we are the star in our own story, we control the script.
Now, yes.
You individually control your script. And I'll be honest with you, whether you're in here, whether you're out here, it's a power that many of us forget. Through all the tough moments in life, we forget, you know what? I control what happens next. I control how I respond to this. I control what I'm going to do next. Whatever happened to me that got me here, it got me here. I'm here now.
Yeah.
But I have the power to control what happens next. And here's the mistake that we make. The mistake that we make too many times is we give the power over to society and culture. We give the power over to the thoughts and opinions of somebody else. We even give the power over to our circumstance and to our situation. And so we convince ourselves, we make ourselves believe that where I am, what I'm doing right now, and what I currently find myself in has determined how my story is going to end. It's determined how the rest of the movie going to go. And that's what it's done. But I'm going to tell y'all what y'all did today. I'm going to tell you what y'all did. Whether y'all realize this or not, over the last 7 weeks, it has been an amazing journey as our class president has informed us. It's been an amazing journey. And on the surface, and hear me out. When I say surface, I'm not minimizing. I'm not trying to make it small because it's important. But on the surface, it has helped y'all get resources. It helps you gain knowledge. It has helped you understand that there's a better version of you outside of here. It has helped you understand that I have the ability and the power to be a better man.
All right.
Yeah, on the surface, that's what it has done. That's what it did, and it is extremely important. It's something that you can't forget when you get the moment to plant your feet outside this building. But I'm going to tell you what you really did. Over these last 7 weeks, what you really did was unlock and you activated your power to create a new story.
Right.
You unlocked it. Over the last 7 weeks, you've been unlocking. You've been going through the code. You've been going through all the signature moments that I need to do. All the things that I need to create for myself to rewrite my story, to continue the movie, to help other people understand that it ain't over. Yeah, y'all thought the credits rolling meant that it was over. That's what they believed. That's what they thought. Because I'm gonna tell you something that's funny. When I've been in movie theaters when that's happened, right? No lie. When I've been in movie theaters and that's happened, you know, the credits begin to roll and people start leaving. Because that's the natural sign that it's over. The natural sign that a movie is over, the credits start to roll. And so it gives people permission to leave. That's naturally what it does. But you got people like me. People like me that sit in the theater like, nah, it ain't over. I promise you, it's something else coming. It got to be something else coming. It got to be man, the way it ended, it can't be the way it ended. You got people like me sitting and watching and waiting. And then when it comes back on, we get to see, oh yeah, I knew it was coming. I knew it. And we get to see, and we get excited like, ooh, it's another movie. It's another one coming. And so what I get to do when I leave and I go into the, you know, they have the, what you call it, the lounge area of the theater. Everybody who missed it, I get to go, hey bro, y'all missed what just happened. Y'all missed it, right? And they get the boo-boo face. I call it the boo-boo face. They're like, what? But it was, I saw the credits. Like I saw the movie end. What you mean it was another part? What you mean something else came? What you serious? I missed it. And I'm like, yeah, you missed it. It wasn't over. You missed it. And I'm gonna tell you how this relates to y'all, cause see, man, it's gonna be so funny. The moment that y'all plant y'all feet out these doors here, I'm gonna tell y'all, so many people, they thought it was over, man.
Come on now.
And y'all had people like Mr. Allen and Mrs. Allen who sat in the theater like, nah, it ain't over. It's some more that's coming. What you thought was the end, you thought because the jail doors closed that it was over. You thought because they ended in this situation that it was over. You thought because of a mistake that it was over.
Yes, sir.
But it ain't over. And so what you get to do is you get to display the new ending for everybody else to see. You get to display the second part of the movie for everybody to see. And for everybody to respond like, I didn't know. I mean, I thought I saw the credits roll. I was there when you got into trouble. I was there when you made me. I was there when you got your sins. I was there when they closed the door. I thought it was over. Everybody who believed that your past was going to define you. Everybody who believed that change wasn't possible. Everybody who believed that because the credits began to roll, that it gave them permission to walk out, will have the opportunity to see it ain't over. And you get to leave here. And sometimes what'll happen, if you like my baby boy, he the outgoing of my three. He the one that when the credits stop rolling and the movie come back on, he the one that'll go into the hall and be like, hey y'all, the movie ain't over. Y'all come back in. That's him. And that's what y'all gonna be able to do. Hey, I know y'all thought it was over.
All right.
Come back and watch. Come and see.
All right.
Come see what God is doing in my life. Come see the change that I decided to make for myself. Come see the new version of me. Come see that there's a second part. I know you saw the first part.
Right.
That wasn't my best work. That wasn't my best work. And see, I'm gonna tell you one of the things that I hate about sequels of movies. Majority of the time, the sequel can never measure up to the first. And a lot of people get disappointed. They like, oh man, the one good is the first one. But the beautiful thing about you gentlemen is everybody gonna get to see the sequel is the best.
All right, come on now.
The sequel is the best part. The sequel is the best version of you. You become the star that nobody believed that you could be. And the best thing about that is you don't need them to believe. You already showed yourself that you believe by not just coming here over the last 7 weeks, but getting here to this moment to see this version of yourself. You don't need nobody to sit and watch the credits. You don't need nobody to come back in and watch the movie. You did this for you. You did this to show you. You didn't do this to show nobody outside these doors and outside these walls. So if don't nobody come back and watch the movie, if don't nobody come back and clap at the end, if don't nobody come back and tell you, man, you did a great job, if don't nobody tell you, I see the change, if don't nobody tell you, man, this part of you is better than the first part of you, if don't nobody do it, you make a decision every moment that you get up to look yourself in the mirror and say, I see you. I love you. You're a better version of you. We don't need nobody else to believe. When you reach the moments where you feel like it's getting too hard, when you reach the moments where you feel like don't nobody support you, where ain't nobody being there for you, you gotta be there for you. You gotta cheer for yourself. You gotta be your #1 cheerleader and motivator. Because there's gonna be so many lonely moments. There's gonna be moments where ain't nobody gonna believe in you. Because all they can see is part one. All they remember is part one. And so it's up to you to remind yourself that it ain't over. Amen.